Fourth and inches, fourth and 10, or fourth and a fighting chance. At Henry Ford Health, we go for it. We go for it for our patients, teammates, friends, and family, in the labs, hospitals, clinics, and partnerships all around the state. We go for it for the millions of people who deserve a better quality of life. We go for it because we have to. It's who we are. We are Henry.
At Michigan First Mortgage, we believe a home is more than just four walls. It's endless possibilities, where relationships are strengthened and next steps are taken. It's a place to call your very own, where you can create new traditions and welcome family with open arms. And at Michigan First, it's at the heart of everything we do. Let us help you discover the possibilities of home.
The value of champions of character across all institutions is a message that we can all get behind.
The purpose behind Champions of Character is to have that student-athlete experience be one of growth.
Men's basketball on campus, we make sure that we give back with a smile and with a purpose.
Our goal as coaches is for our players to leave being better men, better husbands, better fathers, and better members in their community.
NAIA is Champions of Character.
From our very first breath, curiosity is why we question everything through barrages of whys and how comes. It now needs the tools to will its vision into existence. Tools that will forever allow curiosity to obscure the line between technology and magic. Be curious. Make magic. Lawrence Technological University.
What I've learned the most from golf is to have integrity in everything you say and do.
One of the biggest lessons of that sports impacts my daily life is discipline.
Be a champion of character, it just means to realize first that you're a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
Being a part of NAIA is something that I'm going to keep with me forever because it's not only made me a better athlete, but it's made me a better person.
The NAIA really just cares about their student athletes and just the experience in general at the school, and I think that's really important.
The NAIA stands for, has great core values. One that's most important to me is servant leadership. Being able to serve your community is a huge reason why I chose the NAIA.
I am a champion of character. I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
If your workload requires strength and durability, Silverado from your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers will have your back, handling everything you need to bring your unique vision to life. When the job calls for the best, Silverado is the hard-working pickup that means business. Lease a 2024 Silverado Crew Cab LT for just $319 a month. Put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City.
Spectators, we encourage the cheering of your team, but with the spirit of good sportsmanship kept in mind. Abusive language towards officials or players will not be tolerated and can result in ejection from the facility. Before we begin today's game, in honor of National Girls and Women's Sports Day, both teams will meet in the center court to take a quick photo.
No fans today.
At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Now let's meet the Cougars starting line. At guard, a 5'6" senior from Harrison Township, Michigan, number 3, Riley Thomas. At guard, a 5'9" senior from St. Clair Shores, Michigan, number 12, Tatum Stein. At guard, a 5'9" senior from Flat Rock, Michigan, number 22, Amy Jackson. At guard, a 5'8" junior from Maria Stein, Ohio, number 30, Samantha Hillsborough. At guard, a 6'1" senior from Waterford, Michigan, Alicia Rodriguez. The Cougars are coached by Kevin Monroe in his second season. He's assisted by Jerry Wallace and Alexis Miller. And now, here is your Blue Devils starting five. At guard, 5'9" freshman from Albion, Michigan, number 5, Maddox Locke. At guard, 5'5" junior from Los Angeles, Indiana, number 15, Cleary. At guard, 5'6" senior from Wadsworth, Ohio, number 22, Maggie Long. At guard, a 6' senior from Grand Rapids, Michigan, number 23, Vince Leckie. At guard, a 5'10" junior from Midland, Michigan, number 44, Abby Ray. The Blue Devils are coached by Paige Wright in the first season. She's assisted by Avery Turner and Julia Huey.
Moving into the month of February as we are deep within the second half of the basketball season, this is the time in which all of these games matter the most. In the case of Lawrence Tech women's basketball, the wins need to start piling up in order for them to make within the top 8 moving into the playoffs. Welcome everybody to the Lawrence Tech Sports Network for our doubleheader here on Wednesday Night Hoops. Starting off with our women's matchup as Lawrence Tech takes on Cleary. Opening tip-off is up for grabs, comes away with the Cougars. Holscher with a handoff to Stein. Over to the wing. Feed down low inside the paint. And that one just rolls off by Rodriguez. Rebounded by Siedlecki. Josso with you on the call for this one, as we will have our men's matchup also later tonight following the women's matchup. Deep within the corner. Maggie Long, opening ball from the corner, just rolls off. Rebounded by Tatum Stein. Cougars working quickly now. Back up top. Stein working against Long. Drive down the lane and try to get off the high glass. No good. Now in transition. Long over to Locke. 3 ball from the wing. Goes in and out. Rebounded by Riley Thomas. Lawrence Tech coming in on a 3-game losing streak. The Cougars are coming in on a 4-game losing streak. Inside for Rodriguez again. And the foul is called on the shot attempt. So Malaysia Rodriguez, the senior transfer from Oakland Community College, will shoot a couple of free throws to start things off. Cleary is underneath the leadership of Kevin Mondro in his second year. His assistants are Jerry Wallace and Alexis Miller. First one falls in for Rodriguez. .46% shooter from this range. Does not get the friendly bounce that time. Goes 1 for 2. Good 1-point lead now for Cleary to start things off. Bailey Stevens bringing things up. Stevens in her junior campaign, a bad pass knocked down by Thomas. That time they were able to get the pass over. Sidlecki now, a jump shot from the elbow is good. Liv Sidlecki, good side to see for Lawrence Tech. Dealing with a couple of injuries this year in her senior campaign, able to get some time on the floor. First lead change. Cleary was able to take the first matchup out in Lansing a couple of months back. Second year program as Rodriguez is going to be called for the charge. Maddox Locke stood there and took it. Offensive foul, and Lawrence Tech gets the possession right back. Lawrence Tech is, as I mentioned, on a 3-game losing streak, but that does follow the 2 wins that they were able to come across, the 2 conference wins that had been needing all year. They had only 2 wins in non-conference throughout the entire year, still searching for the 1 conference. Catch and shoot 3 is off the mark as the shot clock was winding down by Stevens. Locke on the inside, and it was tipped. Last touch by Rodriguez, and this will be an inbound play. And to finish the statement, it was against Michigan Dearborn and Defiance, in which the Blue Devils were able to get back-to-back wins. They get 2 wins across the conference, 4 wins overall, and 18 losses. Up top for Long. Bit of a zone read put on by Cleary. A kick out. Stevens will try from the other wing. That one falls in. Bailey Stevens with her first bucket. 5-point run now for Lawrence Tech to open up this first half. Holscher will kick it to the corner, but it'll be a walk. Charge to Kaylin Rail off the bench. Kevin Mondra, the head coach, putting in subs early on in this first quarter. That one comes in, and Izzy Dougal. For first-year head coach Paige Wright, she's definitely had to makeshift this starting lineup quite a few ways in order to get some more production out of the offense. Stevens with the fake, and she's going to be called for the walk as she lost her footing looking for the open pass. Ran into a double team, and that'll be a turnover. Drive down that baseline, able to get the pass off before stepping out of play. Now another kick out. Holscher, a good baseline drive, able to finish right at the glass. Locke down inside for Long, right at the elbow. Thought about the step back. Instead of kick out to Ray. Inside the lane again. And good defense put up by Dougal. And it'll force an out-of-bounds play. Correction, inbound play. That one is tipped. Long step back 3, off the mark, rebounded by Abby Ray, and she's fouled on the way up. Ray will go to the line to shoot. Ray's in her junior year from Midland, Michigan, went to Hanover Horton Dow. And now it's Paige Wright to put in a couple of subs, Liv Linden and Reese Williams. For Reese Williams has been by far the most offensive productive player of this entire Lawrence Tech team this year, averaging just over 10 points a game. Ray makes the first. A lot of young talent amongst the acquirees of this Lawrence Tech team. Kate Jacobs also into the contest as well as Ray makes both free throws. Holscher will give it to Stein. Stopped within the paint. Was able to get the pass off, but before she get the dribble going, Samantha Holscher is called for the travel. That's the third traveling call of this first quarter. 2 have been called against Cleary. As another sub comes in, Riley Merrifield. A kick out again, all alone. Reese Williams off the mark. About for the rebound. Got there by Long, and she puts it up and in. Timeout is going to be called by Kevin Mondro. Lawrence Tech with an early 9-3 lead. And this will be transitioned into our first media timeout. So we're going to step aside. Lawrence Tech up ahead 9-3. Six-point lead for the Blue Devils as 5:34 left to go here in the first quarter. Lawrence Tech went on a 5-point run, stopped momentarily by the Cougars, and then they put on 4 more. Cleary trying to respond. Up top of the key. That one falls through with ease. Tatum Stein. So that's something you want to see if you're a head coach. Instant offense out of a timeout. It's a modified zone look put on by the Cougars. Down low for Kate Jacobs. Slings it out. They move it around the horn. Long with a tight window 3 goes in and out. Rebounded by Amelia Storm. And he stopped up is Stein, able to hand it off and bit off balance. Kaylin Rail able to get that one off the glass. And just within 2 possessions, the Cougars have pulled everything within 1. They had Abby Ray open in the corner for a moment. Long pass, Ray gets it about 18 feet away, but a bad pass. Was looking for Long on the other side, kind of forced it. There'll be another turnover. 3 turnovers apiece for both teams in this first quarter. Looking for that screen pass. Merrifield had to pick up a dribble. Another handoff to Jackson, and that one was tipped. This will be an inbound play in front of the scorer's desk. Rodriguez checks back in. So Kevin Mondro keeps these subs rotating in and out. Despite this is a second-year program, all of last year he had a very small roster to work with, so therefore the substitutions were quite frequent. But yet he's keeping that same theme going even with a bigger roster this year. Good bounce pass underneath, finding a wide-open Rodriguez. Kaylin Rail with good eyes, able to see right for that double team and get the bounce pass off. Second lead for Cleary. Williams now from the corner, and that one's off the mark. Good rebound by Maggie Long. Able to kick it out to Liv Linden. Possession still alive for the Blue Devils. Jacobs all alone, decides to take the shot, does not get a friendly bounce. A battle for the rebound. It'll be a jump ball. Possession stays with Lawrence Tech. More subs coming in. Bailey Stevens is back in, along with Riley Thomas. Another fresh shot clock. Long, able to penetrate the zone a bit. A dump off pass to Jacobs. Stevens wide open from the wing. Gets another. Second one of the first quarter for Bailey Stevens. Thomas, maybe a bounce pass that was blocked in front. Another battle for possession and another jump ball. Possession's going to stay now with Cleary. Kate Jacobs and Alicia Rodriguez going after that loose ball. Inbounded from underneath. Over to the corner. Quick catch shooting three, and no good by Jackson. And last touched off the hand of Samantha Holscher. .245 left to go. Very eventful first quarter. Inside of Jacobs, quickly on it. Wide open was Locke, and just couldn't get it quite in time in transition. Quickly in transition, the other way goes Cleary, and fouled on the way up is Holscher. Second time Cleary will have a player at the free throw line here in the first quarter. But going back to that last play, Locke was wide open in the middle of the paint, and it was a good pass, but just could not get the handle in time. Able to take a one dribble step, able to lay it in. First one goes in for Holscher. She's in her junior year from Maria Stein, Ohio, a transfer from Tiffin University. And that one did not hit the rim. Possession goes right back to Lawrence Tech within a 1-point game. Locke from the elbow, kicks it over to Linden. Over to the wing. Maggie Long gives way to Stevens. Now to Linden again. From the wing, this time Stevens off the mark. Tip battle for possession. Long gets it. Another great offensive rebound for Lawrence Tech. Stevens, a low jump shot inside the paint. No good that time. Rebounded by Amy Jackson. Holscher able to get back to Jackson. This time far from the wing is no good. Picked up by Linden in the corner. Minute and a half left to go. You can see Cleary just changing up these zone reads. And that pass was through a tight window, and it goes right to Cleary. Liv Linden was looking for Maggie Long down low on the block. Subs aplenty for Lawrence Tech. Ella Hoppert, Abby Ray, Lisa Leckie. Coming out to finish this first quarter. Holscher, a handoff to Jackson. Jackson able to be blocked off. Ball was knocked loose. Picked up by Ray. That's a turnover on Cleary. We're under a minute left to go. Stevens back to Linden. Fake that one. Stevens, a little pull-up jumper, rolls in. 8 points for Stevens so far. Kicked over to the corner. A drive down the lane this time, and not able to get the pass off in time. Izzy Dougal was looking for a blocking call, but did not get it and stepped out of bounds. 31 seconds left to go. First-year head coach Paige Wright giving out directions for these final seconds. Almost about a half-second difference between the shot clock and the play clock. Stevens is going to let most of the time go down. Holscher is not going to let her. Stevens trying to move laterally around the screen. Linden will take a high arcing three, and that one's off the mark. 5 seconds left. Ray will put it back up, and he'll pay off with a trip to the free throw line. 3 seconds left, and Abby Ray will shoot. First one does fall in. For Lawrence Tech, both men's and women's basketball teams, they have a pretty good schedule set up for how they finish up the year, because this upcoming Saturday is another home game against Siena Heights, and the final road game of the year is next Wednesday at Cornerstone, and then all the rest of the games this year are all here at Don Riddler Fieldhouse. No shot attempt, as Holscher couldn't get it off in time, so Lawrence Tech able to come out on top. 16-11. That's been our first quarter. We'll step aside for the moment for the start of the second quarter. Back here for the start of the second quarter. Lawrence Tech holding on to a 5-point lead. And for the Blue Devils, they held the Cougars to no offensive rebounds in that entire first quarter, as Lawrence Tech put together 7 of their own, leading the rebound category 11-5. Around the screen, Linden lost a handle on the dribble. Picked up by Rail. Feeds to Holscher on the run. No whistle, ball goes out of play, and it stays with Cleary. So good work by Liv Linden right there on the block. Able to maintain her pose and not get the foul called. Kick out to Rail. Rail inside the lane again, looking for the hook shot, and they're going to count the basket. Kaylin Rail with a possible 3-point play. Rail's in her sophomore year. She's from Howell, Michigan. Went to Howell High School as part of the Highlanders program out there. Cannot make that one fall. Ray picks it up in the corner. Pressured by Holscher. And Stevens cannot keep track of the time. It'll be a backcourt violation. That's probably been one of the more common things, as I try to find the right wording here. More common things in which Lawrence Tech's been dealing with in terms of just timing, just making sure everything is in proper use. Because this team is definitely at their best when they've been able to move the ball around. But Cleary showing some of that good ball movement now as Rail looked like she got hit from behind, and now she'll get another chance from further distance, and that one is out the mark. Linden picked up her dribble, pressured by Holster again. Lawrence Tech just cannot be getting anything right communication-wise. Bounce pass and a beauty underneath to Jacobs. Take one step towards the baseline and able to get it off the glass. First bucket for Kate Jacobs. Holster the other way, looking for a pass inside. Rodriguez was cut in front by Hoppert. And then Stevens is going to be called for the double dribble. First the backcourt violation and then the double dribble. That's back-to-back turnovers on Bailey Stevens. That one is tipped and last touched. Off of Tatum Stein. Off the pressure of Maddox Locke. Brief pause in the action. Now back to action. Page Wright directing traffic from afar as Williams will take a drive in. Try to penetrate the defense a bit. A kick out to the wing. Williams thought about it. Inside the paint, another kick out to Locke. Out top for Long. Now to Linden. Over to the wing. Williams will take it this time. And it's going to be a little bit short. She gets her own rebound. Second chance falls in. Now up to a 7-point lead for Lawrence Tech. And Holster steps out of bounds first. You could see the same kind of play happening over and over. Cleary trying to work to the baseline, then looking for the kick-out basket. Three turnovers have been up on the receiving end of that one play call. Inside, over near by the elbow. Williams working against Rodriguez. Bit of a mismatch. Inside, down low. One drop step into the baseline. What a beauty by Locke. Took a drop step into the paint further and just played it right with that hook shot. Stein got trapped up a bit. Kicks it out to Rail. Another kick out. Jarrett. A little spin move inside the paint. Rolls off. Rebounded by Williams. Down low. And it's going to be an offensive foul called on Jacobs. She had the arm wrapped around Rodriguez. Second team foul against Lawrence Tech in this second quarter. 6:45 left to go. Merrifield bringing things up for Cleary off the bench. Thought about the step back. Bad bounce pass. Cutting in front was Bailey Stevens. And now a bad pass by Locke. Third turnover of this second quarter by Lawrence Tech. And again, it's more the result of just poor communication between everybody, all in transition. Just trying to set up the offense. And just so far, they're having trouble just getting down the court. That one rolls off by Stein. Rebounded by Jacobs. To the corner for Williams. Bounce pass inside for Locke. Feed pass. They would get to Jacobs. Good loft pass by Locke, and Jacobs did the rest. And we're going to get another timeout called by Kevin Mondro, as this will transition into our second media timeout. Lawrence Tech maintaining their lead. It's 24-13. .5:56 left to go in this first half of our opening game here on Wednesday Night Hoops between Lawrence Tech and Cleary. The Cleary Cougars, based out of Howell, Michigan, in their second year of a program within the sport of basketball. The growing university that is Cleary, expanding their sports. And it was definitely a huge milestone when they announced that basketball was going to be coming to the university, and they had their inaugural season last year. Drive down the lane by Stein. A kick out to the corner. Catch and shoot three attempt, and that one goes cleanly through by Izzy Dougal. Second three ball for the Cougars in this game. Stevens down low to Jacobs. A beautiful bounce pass, and Maggie Long on the cut and finish. The Blue Devils have responded. 10-point lead for Lawrence Tech. Merrifield thought about it. Gives way to Jackson. Now gives way to Stein. Drive inside the baseline again. Got some contact. Ran into Jacobs, but they're going to call the travel. Jacobs held her ground, and Stein is going to be called for the turnover. Ten turnovers for the Cougars, 8 on the side of the Blue Devils. Looking for the extra pass. Locke, a three ball from the wing, no good. Rebounded by Dougal. Quickly in transition. Dougal with an aggressive drive and finish. Coast to coast. Izzy Dougal. Stevens trying to do the same. Got stopped up by Stein. She keeps moving forward. A kick over to Long. The wing ball three. And another offensive foul called. This time it's going to be on Reese Williams. Third team foul called on Lawrence Tech. Stein, a drive down the baseline, nearly dribbled it out of bounds. Back up top for Jackson. Stevens trying to cut in front, knocked the ball loose. Way down the other end is Jacobs. Bad pass, able to regain it. Lawrence Tech able to reset. Maggie Long's going to slow things down. Now Stevens trying to direct traffic. Nearly had the pass, but taken right out of her hands by Stein. Down low to Dougal. Turnover and finish for Cleary, and that's going to force Page Wright to use a timeout. From a 10-point lead, now within 6. And first-year head coach wants to keep it within arm's reach. We're going to step aside for this timeout. 3:36 left to go here in our first half, 26-20. Approaching 3.5 minutes left to go in our first half of our women's basketball matchup. Lawrence Tech would use the timeout to stop the potential threat of Cleary getting back into this game. Jacobs will take a jump shot from the elbow. Kate Jacobs with her second bucket. That's only the second time that Jacobs had been literally forced to shoot the ball from mid-range. Now Jackson will take a drive and was trying to pass through a tight window, hit off the arm of Jacobs. Lock to Williams, put a step into it, and just a bounce off the rim. Holscher gives way to Jackson. Doesn't think twice about it. Got no rim on that. Might have been tipped. Linden over to Williams, and again a pass that Stein able to get the arm in front. Actually, that time it was Amy Jackson, but still, Cleary is not making any of these passes easy to come. As you just read into the defensive mindset of this team, it is a tight zone read, but high up within the arc, not allowing much into the paint. Now Dougal with an aggressive drive again. Jumped on the block, but a block by Jacobs. Ball is loose on the floor, and it's going to be. And now we got action. They're going to issue technical fouls both ways. Amy Dougal and Abby Ray getting into it. One of the things you don't want to see, but sometimes it can lead to it. So they assess technical fouls to both players. And possession is going to stay with Lawrence Tech since they last had it. Check that. It's actually still Cleary ball since the last offensive possession was on the defensive side of Lawrence Tech. And now the officials trying to hold action. The main official in front of the scorer's desk trying to explain the situation in terms of how they give the fouls out. So this will be an inbound play. Long feed pass. Jackson, drive down the lane, looking for a hook shot, rebounded by Rodriguez, and the second chance goes in. Only the second offensive rebound for Cleary in this first half, and that time it pays off dividends. And again, another pass that was nearly taken away. High pressure zone by the Cougars, trying to get these passes taken away. Inside for Ray. Going into a double team. And once again, Abby Ray will go to the charity stripe. Abby Ray will shoot 2 free throws. Paige Wright calls over the other 4 to discuss the remaining 1:44 left. And now the officials are getting together. I can only wonder what this may be about. Seems that they're looking at the scoreboard. And indeed, they are looking at the scoreboard, trying to get something fixed in terms of how everybody's reading it. And they did. It was the amount of fouls that have been called against Cleary. That was their second. The officials wanted to make sure that it was actually counted before they resumed play. And Ray is going to be called for a violation as she left early from the free throw line to go try to pick up her own rebound. Still a 6-point game. And that is when Paige Wright called the last timeout of Lawrence Tech. But Holscher trying to make that even closer, but Rodriguez can. Another second chance bucket for Militia Rodriguez. Stevens inside the Jacobs. Got ran into by Holscher. Stevens with some contact, and that one goes out of bounds. Was looking for the foul called and did not get it. Holscher with a quick pull-up jumper off the mark, and she gets it right back off the tip of Jacobs inside the paint. A kick out, Jackson from the wing. No good off the mark. We're under a minute left. Lawrence Tech trying to hold on to this lead going into halftime. Trying to potentially get their third conference win, their fifth win of the season. Bounce past the lock. Feed pass over to Jacobs and able to lay it in. Shot clock is turned off. Cleary trying to make this margin closer than what it is. Holscher inside the paint. Had some space, gives over. Dougal with a three ball off the mark. Rebounded by Ray. And lost the handle before she could take a shot. And that's how this first half comes to a close. So Lawrence Tech, the Blue Devils, hold on to a 6-point lead. As Cleary was once down by 10, they got 4 back. Paige Wright called a timeout. And that was all the encouragement they needed to hold on to this lead as we go into our half. We're going to step aside. We'll be right back for the second half of our women's opening matchup. Second half action here at the women's opening night of our Wednesday Night Hoops edition here on the Lawrence Tech Sports Network. John Stowe back with you. Lawrence Tech will have possession as they lead by 6 over Cleary. Put together a very eventful first half of action. Maggie Long wants to get things going. A long 3-ball chance, rebounded by Sidlecki, and it's going to be a foul called on the play. And this will be an inbound play. Cleary had only had 2 total fouls within that last quarter, in which it came down to the last 2 minutes. Long pass over to the corner. Long will take a drive, a little hook shot inside the paint, and that one falls. Holscher gives way to Stein. A little kick out to Thomas. Now Jackson with a good bounce pass. Stein looking for one more pass. Cut in front by Abby Ray. Ray will hold up, give way to Long. Up back top for Stevens, and she'll slow things down. Long, instead of threading the needle with a little step-in 3, it likes to let the offense set up. Stevens thought about it. She'll take a drive down. Again, gives way to Long. 3-ball from the wing is no good, and Stein is able to save it before she stepped out of bounds. The entire LTU bench was all over it, looking at the foot. Kick out to Jackson. 3-ball that time is good. On the 4th attempt, Amy Jackson gets that 3-ball to land. Feed to Sidlecki. And that pass is more so headed towards the Southfield Freeway, but stopped short right at the scorer's keeper's desk. You saw it back within the late second quarter, in which the bad passing cost Lawrence Tech a couple of points on turnovers. But yet they were able to regain it, and now Cleary with a bad pass of their own, and back-to-back turnovers via the passing game. Turnovers now for Cleary, 11 on the side of Lawrence Tech. Sidlecki nearby the elbow. Gives way to Stevens. Stevens, a little pull-up jumper from the free-throw line is good. 10 points for Stevens so far in this one. And left the lane wide open. Holscher, a pull-up jumper inside the paint. Takes advantage of all the open space. Kick out to Stevens again by Ray. Now back to her. Stevens again looking for a bounce pass. Locke got ran into by Stein. Ball was knocked free. Cherry pick pass down low for Jackson and cannot make the finish. Ball kept in play, and Ray able to hold on to possession. Amy Jackson had a clear lane for a layup, just could not get it to fall. Ray from the elbow looking for a lane, was blocked right in front by Riley Thomas, and ball goes out of play for a turnover. 3 subs in for Lawrence Tech, 1 for Cleary. Needless to say, the substitutions have been playing dividends for both sides. 11 total bench points for Cleary and 10 on the side of the Blue Devils. 6:45 left to go. Samantha Holscher has 5 points, and again, a lane left wide open, and that was more easier foul to call on Jacobs as she swatted right on the arm of Holscher going up. But again, Lawrence Tech on the second straight Cleary possession have left a lane wide open in the middle of the paint. Holscher gets both of them to fall. Bit of a modified full court press now put on by the Cougars, trying to get back within it. Down by 3. Williams over to Long. A drive down the corner. A kick out over to Locke. Williams now on the wing, but she drugged the foot. Another traveling call. Now in for Lawrence Tech is Lachelle Moreland-Jones, making her first appearance of this game. And again, Holscher, a wide open lane and able to make that one. Third straight possession, the Lawrence Tech defense has left that lane wide open for Samantha Holscher. Linden, overhead pass to Williams for a 3 ball from the corner is no good. Picked up by Amy Jackson. Stein inside the lane, gives way, and a block by Jacobs. Dougal was looking for the bucket, and Kate Jacobs said, not today. Jacobs again leading down, and Jacobs with the finish. Able to get the lead pass. Stein was left wide open. A kick out, a 3 ball for the corner by Merrifield is off the back heel. Linden was looking for a pass to Jacobs, was in a tight window. Nearly a carry by Stein on the dribble. Merrifield over to Jackson. A little floater off the front of the rim. Picked up by Jacobs. Linden really thought about it, looking for down low, and again, a tight window pass, looking for Jacobs on the elbow. Another steal for Cleary, and now Stein inside the paint, a kick out, Merrifield with a long 3, and she drills it. Riley Merrifield with her first bucket, and that evens up everything at 36. And we're going to get a timeout called by Paige Wright. And that will likely transition into our first media timeout of the second half, and it will. So we're going to step aside. Cleary has stormed back to tie things up, 36 apiece. This third quarter has gone by rather quickly as we're down to 4 minutes and 8 seconds right before that timeout was taken. 12 total points for Cleary in this third quarter to bring things to an even score. Now looking for their second lead. Lawrence Tech trying to regain a lead. Linden again looking for an open pass down low. This time they do get it to Jacobs. Down low from Marlon Jones and got a friendly bounce off the front of the rim. Not very often you're going to get a bounce like that. Lachelle Marlon Jones with her first bucket of the night, and that one got no rim as Samantha Holscher was looking for a quick three. Amy Jackson checks back in. Sydney McKegg, the junior from Plymouth, is also in for the first time tonight. Both teams are going deeper within their bench to try to utilize all their talent. Passing around the perimeter, down to get to Jacobs that time. Another tight window pass. Liv Linden at the top of the key off the high portion of the glass. And Marlon Jones able to regain possession. To the corner, nearly tipped. Williams gets the rebound. Another drops it towards the baseline, and that one does not fall. Dougal able to stop up short. No good on the jump shot. Again, more perimeter passing. Inside to Jacobs, looking for the extra pass. And again, too much traffic. Taken away by McKegg. Now Merrifield. Pull-up jumper from about 18 feet is overshot. Dougal was blocked initially, but then fouled on the way up first by Liv Linden. Second foul called on Liv Linden. Two subs back in for Lawrence Tech in Liz Sidlecki and Maddox Locke. 10 points so far in the night for Izzy Dougal. She's in her junior year of the academics from Waterford, Michigan, and transferred from Oakland Community College. That one does get the friendly bounce. Check that point total is up to 11. Leading the way with the totals of this points for Cleary. Williams. Sidlecki, a wild pass over to Stevens. A pull-up jumper inside the arc, just rolls off. And Moreland Jones with a good hustle. Inside, Locke feeds to Sidlecki, and foul called before the shot attempt. Give credit to Lawrence Tech. They are hustling for these offensive rebounds. And for Lachelle Moreland Jones, coming off the bench just for the first time in the second half, has shown all the hustle. 12 offensive rebounds so far in this game. 28 total against the Cleary 16. Inside, Sidlecki got tipped by Rodriguez. Saved the possession, but gave it back to Kaylin Rail. Jackson, long wing three, rolls in and out. Lawrence Tech held Cleary to no offensive rebounds in the first quarter and then ended the first half with Cleary only having 2 offensive rebounds. And they're gonna issue a technical foul here. Yeah, that's what they called. They called a technical foul against Liv Sidlecki. Could have been a harmless offensive foul, but according to the official, it was more than that. Second technical foul that's been called against Lawrence Tech. Third total in this game. That was back on the scuffle on the jump ball between Izzy Dougal and Abby Ray. As Amy Jackson nails both free throws to give Cleary their first lead of the second half. So the officiating crew here tonight is not really going to mess around that much. A minute and a half left to go in this third quarter. Holscher, an aggressive drive, able to get around Jacobs. Again, the lane is just open enough for Samantha Holscher. She's now up to 11. Cleary is now up by 4. Jacobs again, inside the lock, able to spin around. Good hook shot off the glass. Holscher is going to let most of this clock wind down. About 40 seconds left in this quarter. That time the lane was cut off. Stein able to get inside the paint. Got an extra pass out to Rodriguez. And Kate Jacobs is going to be the guilty party for the foul. There was 2 seconds left in the shot clock. Now Abby Ray checks in. Third foul that's being called on Jacobs. Seven total points for Rodriguez along with 7 rebounds, and that one gets a little friendly roll to get point number 8. In addition to the points and rebounds, also has 1 steal to credit. Still a 4-point lead for the Cougars. Linden passes off the lock. 3 ball from the wing is overshot and out of play. Goes back to Cleary with 5.6 seconds left to go. Holscher will pull up and be just short. Cleary has come back, scoring 20 unanswered points here in this third quarter to take the lead. They lead by 4 as we head into the fourth quarter of our women's opening matchup here on Wednesday Night Hoops. We'll be right back. 10 more minutes of our opening game here on Wednesday Night Hoops between Lawrence Tech and Cleary, our women's matchup. Both these teams are trying to stop their losing streaks. Lawrence Tech coming in having lost 3 in a row. Cleary having lost 4. Trying to get more wins underneath their belt the remainder of this year. Amy Jackson gets that one to fall instantly within seconds. The Cougars have caught a little bit of fire here in the second half. As I just mentioned, within the end of the third quarter, 20 points they put up. And able to lead by 4, now up by 7. Ray underneath. Ran into a double team, and we're going to get a foul called. Foul's called against Amy Jackson. Correction, it's actually against Milicia Rodriguez, that being her second. Jackson was there with her on the combo for the block. Inbounded. Williams. Up top for Locke, now up top to Stevens. Perimeter passing, Lawrence Tech running out of time. Bounce pass to Locke. 3 seconds left. Stevens able to get off the rim. You can almost sense the Blue Devils just picking their time as to when to strike. Sling it across to Thomas. Now Jackson. Down low, Locke got a piece of the ball. Good spin move inside by Rodriguez. Milicia Rodriguez now into double-digit points with 11. Bounce pass to Ray, now over to Williams. A little jump shot from about 18 feet, goes in. Still a 5-point deficit. Holscher got stopped up on the elbow. Jackson will try again. Off the mark. Substitutes aplenty for both sides as Samantha Holscher playing ultra-aggressive defense. Always trying to force Lawrence Tech into these long passes, in which passing has been an issue for Lawrence Tech this year. And we have seen bits of it here tonight. Bounce pass down low to Jacobs, working against Rodriguez, and does not get the roll off that time. And a block by Rodriguez as Locke trying to go for the second chance bucket. Jackson drive down the lane, lost the handle, but there's a foul called. And it is against Maddox Locke. For Locke, that's her first foul. This will be inbounded. Inbounded to Rodriguez, right near the elbow. Now drive and a spin inside the paint. Able to get through a triple team. And Milicia Rodriguez gets that hook shot. Stevens will try. And able to get a friendly bounce. Third 3-ball of the day for Bailey Stevens. And that one had a little flair. Holscher this time, but she's going to get the block called against Ray. Lawrence Tech is able to sniff out that Samantha Holscher likes to take that aggressive drive into the paint for a layup, in which 3 times Holscher has been able to expose it. That time Ray cut in front, absorbed the contact. Jacobs able to get a piece of that ball in the pass. Stein down low on a mismatch. And Jacobs got a tip of it. But on the attempt to save it, the ball hit the back of the backboard. So that gives possession right back to Lawrence Tech. Still a 4-point game. A pass over to Stevens, down low to Jacobs, inside the paint, faked one way, and off the heel. Ball loose on the floor. Ray has got it, and they are going to call the jump ball. And this time around, no scuffle of the aftermath. Blue Devils get possession back. Holscher got a piece of that pass. And another tight window pass that did no good for Lawrence Tech. And another takeaway for Cleary. Jackson able to get down low to Rodriguez, and again in a triple team, and another foul is called. They're going to call a foul on Stevens. That's only your second. First one falls in. Now up to an even odd 15 is Rodriguez on the night. 15 points, 5 rebounds, 1 steal, and 1 block. Nearly a walk by Long. Long put a step into that 3 ball and just short of it. Ball knocked free again. Stein make that Jackson, and she's going to be fouled by Stevens. The ball was loose on the court. Amy Jackson now to shoot. Makes that one go. 8 points to her game. 3 rebounds, 1 steal. 2 out of 8 from 3-point range. 3 out of 4 in terms of free throws. And another one that nearly got knocked free. Samantha Holscher really playing good defense, and now that bounce pass, again, tight window. Cleary has been able to really smother up these passing lanes for Lawrence Tech as they try to work their way lower into the paint. Pass to the corner. Long ran into a double team. Down low for Jacobs. Working against Rodriguez. Shot clock down to 3, and Jacobs gets the hook shot. Jacobs now up to 12 points. And this one with 5 rebounds and 3 blocks. Rodriguez nearly with a carry. Ball knocked free again. Ray able to get it. Gives it to Stevens. Pass over to Ray. Long pass over to Long. Up top for Locke. They fake the screen, a give and go. Long inside the paint, pulls up. Gives way. Jacobs will try a very long 3 off the mark. And Ray trying to go for the rebound. Collided with Rodriguez. And with that foul, that's going to put Cleary into the bonus. 3rd foul that's been called against Abby Ray. And with that, we go into our final immediate timeout of this game. Cleary hanging on to the lead, Score is 54-49. Despite Lawrence Tech being down by 5, they still lead within the rebound category of 31 total rebounds, 13 of those being offensive and 18 on the defensive side. But it is about as even as it gets in terms of turnovers. 19 on the side of Lawrence Tech, 17 for Cleary. Lawrence Tech has definitely shown a lot of ball movement. They have 16 total assists, 6 of those belonging to Kate Jacobs. 1 for 2 goes Rodriguez. 1 sub in for Cleary as Sydney McKegg, transfer from Schoolcraft College, is in. Well, like I said right before the media timeout, Lawrence Tech has put Cleary into the bonus, which is something you really don't want to do this early in the fourth quarter, as Stevens is just short. Locke with the rebound. Inside the paint again, and foul is called, and Locke will shoot. Only the second team foul that's called against Cleary, as they have played majority a clean game, not getting many people into foul trouble, let alone the entire team. Does not make both. 4 out of 9 now for Lawrence Tech from free throw range. Holscher looking for that lane again, got blocked off by Long. Now Stein looks for a lane, again ran into a wall. This time it's McKegg, and a block from behind by Long. Maggie Long with an incredible block. They're able to get possession back for Lawrence Tech. That pass was knocked down. And now a bad one off the feet of Stevens. Jacobs inside the arc. Shot clock is winding down. Dribble is lost. Ball is still loose. Maglock has got to put up a shot. And able to get it in before the buzzer. And it almost looked like she lost track of the time, but able to get it in right at the 1 second mark. Holscher around the screen. Absorbs some contact. A little floater. Does not get the friendly bounce. Stevens able to keep it in play. Locke able to get possession. Long overhead pass. Long from the corner. Gets the friendly bounce. Maggie Long with a corner three. Lawrence Tech pulls within 1. And timeout is called by Kevin Mondro. Lawrence Tech able to erase the deficit to make things a little bit more interesting. And we are going to transition into another media timeout after this one being called. The score is 55-54 with 2:04 left. Stay tuned. Things are getting interesting here in our opening game of Wednesday Night Hoops. Lawrence Tech and Cleary trading blows here in this fourth quarter. It was Cleary who had a monster third quarter with 20 points, and now Lawrence Tech putting up 14-11 here in the final quarter. And I get a quick foul called against Bailey Stevens, and that's going to send Amy Jackson to the line as the Cougars are within the bonus. Fourth foul that's been called on Stevens. Jackson makes the first. But Bailey Stevens having herself a very, very good night. 3 out of 6 from three-point range. 6 out of 12, and even 50% across the board. And they're going to call it foul away from the play as Abby Ray got tangled up with Samantha Holscher. Now Paige Wright wants an explanation. And once again, Cleary will shoot. But to finish up the stat line for Bailey Stevens, 15 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals, as Holscher does not take advantage of that free shots. So it remains a 3-point game. Sidlecki around the free-throw line, drive down low against Rodriguez, and Sidlecki gets that foul called. These are the shots that matter the most when the time is winding down. Third foul called against Rodriguez. That one rolls in. Stick around, people, as right after this, our men's teams will be matching up for the nightcap of Wednesday Night Hoops between Lawrence Tech and Cleary. For the men's team, they're trying to maintain within those top spots, primarily the top 4, as for the hopes of one hosting a playoff game within the WAC championship tournament. They are currently sitting in 5th place. They need some momentum down the stretch of the season. Ball knocked loose and still up for grabs, taken away by Merrifield. Stein inside the lane, able to Euro step around Locke. Up top, Stevens to the corner. Abby Ray will try. Off the mark. Stein up ahead. And stripped free. And still stays with Cleary. Stevens got the ball knocked free. Holscher had trouble getting the pass off. And then Jackson on the receiving end just could not with the strong finish. Long pass, and Holscher able to corral it. We're under a minute. Cleary trying to extend. Lawrence Tech trying to tie. And Abby Ray trying to cover on the ball screen is called for the foul. And Abby Ray is fouled out for the game. Holscher went 0 for 2 her last time up to the charity stripe, makes the first. Off the heel that time. It's a 4-point game. Lawrence Tech trying to work quickly. This is basically a 2-possession game. Sid Lucky inside the paint. Little fadeaway jumper is no good. Picked up by Locke. Off balance, and there's a foul called. And it's going to be against Tatum Stein. This will be an inbound play. One more foul would put Lawrence Tech into the bonus, but we have 22.9 seconds left to go. Sid Lucky, pull-up jumper inside is good. So that's step 1. Step 2, and before step 2 for Lawrence Tech to be underway, Kevin Mondro is going to call a timeout. This is going to be a full timeout taken, so we're going to take a timeout shortly, but this should be interesting. 15 seconds left to go in a 2-point game. We'll see how this finishes. We'll be right back. Final seconds of this game. Should be a good one. Lawrence Tech has one objective, and that's to get possession right back. Cleary has one objective, and that's to hold on possession, but you would think Lawrence Tech would want a foul early. And Locke able to get it off the inbound play, and she can't make the layup. And there's a foul. Maddox Locke had a wide open lane for a layup and could not finish it. Had the chance to tie things up, and now Samantha Holscher will have a chance to extend the lead. Lawrence Tech fouled with 10 seconds left. The best that they could hope is that Holscher makes 1 out of 2 to at least make it a 1-possession game. And they will probably get that chance. Lawrence Tech will have to work quickly. 3-point game. Paige Wright calls a timeout. And this also is going to be a full timeout. So when we come back, with 10 seconds left, Lawrence Tech with one final possession to tie this game up. We'll be right back. 61-58. 10.4 seconds left. Lawrence Tech has one chance to tie it up. Long, that shot got tipped. Ball is free. And Stevens is able to get the foul called, but that more than likely will do it. Stevens is fouled out. And it was Amy Jackson who got a piece of that three-point attempt by Maggie Long. Liv Linden checks in for Stevens. First one did not fall. This one really defines the game. That one does fall in, and that will more than likely put it in the win column for Cleary. This will be a quick 30-second timeout taken by Lawrence Tech, so we'll stay right here. 3.9 seconds and now a 4-point game. Lawrence Tech can only hope for a three-point attempt and a foul and make the three-pointer. But even then, with that short amount of time, you can only think about their chances. But yet, when you talk about chances, it's the many in which Lawrence Tech had throughout this entire game in which they did not capitalize, and the biggest one was Maddox Locke on the inbound play where she had a steal, a wide-open lane for a layup, and was too strong at the glass and did not make it fall. Cleary is staring in the face of ending their 4-game losing streak. And inbounded, and that was definitely probably not what Paige Wright had in mind. Inbounded enough, and foul's called against Kate Jacobs. Once again, Samantha Holscher will go to the line for the third straight time here within this final minute. More so final seconds, 1.7 of them. The final shots to put this game to bed. .16 performance for Samantha Holscher. And Cleary is going to end their losing streak. Lawrence Tech will be extending theirs. 4 straight losses for the Blue Devils. And the Cougars able to get one across after 4 straight. So, final score from Game 1 of our Wednesday night doubleheader here on Lawrence Tech Sports Network, 64-58. Cleary takes the victory, but stay tuned as our men's matchup will be starting right away shortly. Johnston will be there right there for you. Signing off for now. Stick around, and we'll be right back.